again, nature fans. Welcome back. Perhaps you're welcoming me back to what may be, I think, my first Field Notes video of the year. For those inquiring minds who want to know, where has Daryl been? Daryl has been in more or less of a coma most of this year, unfortunately. That's perhaps a revelation for another episode. But in any event, I'm out and about. One of the rare times in the last several months, near my home here in the most famous town in America, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, Civil War capital of the world. And near my home in the outskirts of town. And this is where I go for my short daily hikes on the Harmon farm. And it's a beautiful place to walk. Sometimes I see folks from around the area walking here, but that's a rarity. I just saw some sketchy college kids. In any event, and there's always an in any event, I haven't made a video in a while. I've been comatose most of the year, sleeping most of the year. My video series last year was getting to something, and I was unable to get to the point. I had posted several videos. The overall spectrum and message in my videos, at least this series, and I'll be doing several other series, is never let those things that hinder you stop you from at least trying and attempting to achieve your goals and aspirations. Never, ever, ever, as good as it may sound, never have hopes and dreams. Always have goals and aspirations. Always have goals, always have aspirations. Don't waste your time on hopes and dreams. Hopes and dreams are for people who sit on their couches eating cupcakes and they're dreaming about what they want to do, and they don't do it. And I am an absolute 100% factual testament to the fact that at least you can try. So, what you may not know, what most people I have found do not know, is that only 200 million people on the earth out of 7 billion people, put your numbers cap on, 7 billion people exist on the earth. Only 200 million of those 7 billion have what is called multiple sclerosis. Only 200 million out of 7 billion have multiple MS. About 5-6 years ago, I had a small spot on my right leg, and it was numb. I couldn't feel it. And I just kind of ignored it, thought maybe it's something to do with a pinched nerve or something. But over the last 6-7 years, that spot has grown to a size larger than my hand, encompassing most of my right thigh. So, as I walk right now, and you're viewing this, and I was going to do another series on this revelation, I can't feel my right leg from my knee up to the top of my thigh. There's pretty much, as far as my brain nodes and nerves to my leg. I'm not a doctor, not a scientist. I studied ecological science at Virginia Tech, horticultural specifically. I can't feel my leg. It's as if there's nothing there. My leg is still functioning. People who are diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in March by 2 federal physicians. Both of these physicians were over the age of 60, which tells me that they've spent over 30 years in their career. They were also federally appointed because I had applied for temporary disability. The other issue was I couldn't stay awake. No matter how much protein I ate, no matter how I changed my diet, and I am an absolute expert on diets, and I will do another episode on Foods. 12 years ago, I lost 150 pounds. The 150 pounds I had put on as a result of another illness that almost killed me. I was given a year to live, which is the big mystery as to why Daryl thinks the way Daryl thinks, and why Daryl says life is short, make the most of it, because I have. And I'm still here 13 years later, and I'm still ticking, and there are reasons for that. And I can give you some of those guidelines, some of those tools, some of those tactics and strategies to live a healthier existence, regardless of what may ail you. I have prolonged my shelf life for over a decade. In any event, multiple sclerosis. When you are diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, you immediately have 7 years taken off of your life. The average lifespan of males in my family is between 60 and 65. So I'm making the most of it. When we were all 20 years old, we always thought we were immortal. As you get older, we know that's not true. When I was 20, I thought I was an adult. By the time I turned 35, I realized I wasn't an adult, and I thought I was an adult. By the time I was 45, I realized that the 20 years prior to being 45, I was never an adult. This year, in a couple of weeks, I turn 50 years old. So it is my golden 50th birthday coming up. And every year, for the last 25 years, since 1993, when I moved to Virginia from Boulder, Colorado, I have always hiked on the Appalachian Trail for my birthday, with the exception of last year when I fell off the face of the earth due to my illness. I was unable to hit the AT. I was barely functioning. In any event, today I'm exhausted, can't feel my leg, and I have a couple of other ailments that I'm dealing with. And if you know me personally, you know that I don't give two shits about boohoo, poor Daryl, because that's not what this is about, and that's absolutely not what I'm about. What I'm about is, look at me, look what I'm dealing with, and I'm doing the best I can to achieve what I want to achieve. And I will always try to influence everyone around me to be that way. Don't have hopes and dreams, have goals and ambitions. Achieve your goals and ambitions. Don't waste your time on cupcake hope and dream fantasies. Okay, set a path, set a set of goals, and do your best to achieve them, no matter what ails you. In other words, and I'll put it into the words of my friend Sharon in San Francisco, hey Red, I find it amazing, Daryl, that after everything that you've faced and everything that you've been through, that you continue to be as positive as you are, and you continue to do the things that you do. My friend, the professor, my hiking buddy that you often see in videos with me, enlightened me a couple of years ago on a hike when he made me realize, and I told him, I said, Gary, I said, G-Man, you know, I am dealing with hereditary hemochromatosis. I'm dealing with multiple sclerosis. I'm dealing with costochondritis. I'm dealing with narcolepsy. And I'm still, when I can, I force myself to get out and about and be in nature and smell the fresh air and see the flowers and the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and the beautiful sunsets. I hate missing a sunset. You know, and if I can do this, everybody should be able to do this. And after 50 years on the earth, he enlightened me like a ray of sunshine, and he said, but Daryl, not everybody is you. I hope that's not true. My point is all I can do with the things that I have to tell you, and I hope you find value in what I have to say. If not, change the channel. It's cool. You know, there's goofy shit to watch. Go watch The Simpsons, have a donut. I hope you find value in what I have to say, and I influence you to get out and achieve the things that you do and try to overcome your hurdles. I want to see everyone in the world be happy, healthy, and successful in all that they aspire to achieve. If you have friends in your life who are instrumental to those ends, those are your true friends. People that say things to you when they ask you, how are you doing? And people say, not to leave off on a negative note, but people who say things like, everyone's got problems, bullshit. Everyone doesn't have my problems. Only 200 million people out of 7 billion have my problems, okay? And everybody's problems, they gauge at a different level of extremity, okay? And I understand that. If somebody says to you when you express to them, how are you doing? Well, my liver may be failing. I can't feel my leg. I'm losing the sight in my left eye. My joints hurt. And some asshole says something to you like, yeah, you've been saying that for 10 years. Don't give that person another second of your time ever again for the rest of your life. Because the people that you want around you, and yeah, I know I'm telling most people what they should already know. The kinds of people that you want around you are the kinds of people who are supportive. Kinds of people who say things like, damn, you're still kicking, you're still ticking, good job. Pat on the back, keep up the good work. Not people who say things like, yeah, everyone's got problems. Or people who say things like, yeah, you've been saying that for 10 years. Or people who say things like, yeah, you're not sick. Well, those people aren't doctors. Those people aren't supportive. Those people aren't congratulating you for the huge strides that you have taken to maintain your health so that you can still be a positive factor in their lives. And those are the kinds of people that you should close the door on. But that's just me. And that's the way I am. Me, I have this many friends who know what my living room looks like. They know what my living room looks like. And I know, without a doubt, they are 100% a guaranteed good time. And they do anything for me. And I'm absolutely grateful to have those kinds of people in my life. When your doctor, last question of the day, when your doctor tells you, and my doctor has told me this 10 years ago, I'm giving you 1 year to live. When your doctor makes that statement to you the following year, you will go through a process where you take inventory and assess the people in your life. And I ask you, I pose this question to every human being. If I told you you only have 5 minutes left to live, who would you spend it with? Would you take a chance on spending it with someone who has shit on your shoes so that the last second, the last breath of your life is spent taking a chance on that someone just might shit on your shoes again? Or are you going to spend that time on someone who is absolutely going to make you laugh your balls off? Me, I'd rather have my balls laughed off. In any event, over and out, Jarl fucking groovin', wild king of nowhere, out here on the Harmon farm, and it's beautiful. We have a Cheshire moon. It's awesome. The sun's going down, and I have a craving for rice, raisins, cinnamon, and sugar, and it's going to be delicious. Enjoy your evening. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. It'll buy me some camping meals. Thanks so much.